And now a brief item from the pages of history. That's how they showed their respect for Patrick Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another, and everything in the wake house, if you'll excuse the expression, went the night Patrick Murphy passed away.
On the night that Paddy Murphy died, it's a night I'll never forget. All the boys got roared and drunk and some ain't sober yet. As long as the whiskey was passing round, everyone was feeling gay. The O'Leary came with his bagpipes and the music for to play. Mrs. Murphy sat in the corner, pouring over her grief. Bill Kelly and his pal, the dirty rotten thieves, they stepped right into the ante-room with a bottle of whiskey stole, and placed the bottle on the cork to keep the liquor cold. Well, that's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honour and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. Everything in the wake house went the night Pat Murphy died. About 3 o'clock in the morning, some dirty blue-eyed scamp rode upon the coffin lid. Here lies a tramp. They stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. It was 3:15. They told her it was 9. Well, the whole damn crew got merry and they didn't care a wreck if Mrs. Murphy or the whole damn gang were dead. Of all the drinks I ever saw, it made me shiver with fear when they took the edge right off the cork and placed it on the beer. Well, that's how they showed respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honour and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. Everything in the wake house went the night Pat Murphy died.
I am a weaver, a cotton weaver. I am a rash and a roving blade. I've got silver in my pockets, and I'm going to follow a roving trade. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. As I went into Glasgow City, Nancy whiskey I chanced to smell. I went in, sat down beside her. 7 long years I loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. The more I kissed her, the more I loved her. The more I kissed her, the more she smiled. Soon I forgot my mother's teaching. Nancy soon had me beguiled. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Now I arose early in the morning to wet my thirst, it was my need. I tried to rise, but I was not able. Nancy had me by the knees. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. So I'm going back to the Carlton weaving. I'll surely make those shuttles fly, or I'll make more at the Carlton weaving than ever I did in the roving way. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. So come all you weavers, you Carlton weavers. Come all you weavers, where'er you be. Beware of whiskey, Nancy whiskey. She'll ruin you like she ruined me. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Whiskey, the northern lights of old Aberdeen seem home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are all I long to see. I've been a wanderer all of my life, and many's the sight I've seen. God's be the day when I'm on my way to my home in Aberdeen. When I was a lad, a tiny wee lad, my mother said to me, come see the northern lights, my boy, they're bright as they can be. She called them the heavenly dancers, merry dancers in the sky. Sure, I'll never forget that wonderful sight that made the heavens bright. Oh, the northern lights of old Aberdeen seem home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are all I long to see. I've been a wanderer all of my life, and many's the sight I've seen. God's be the day when I'm on my way to my home in Aberdeen. I've wandered in many far-off lands, travelled many's the mile. I've missed the folk I've cherished most, the joy of a friendly smile. It warms up the heart of the wanderer, the clasp of a welcoming hand, to welcome me when I return home to my own native land. Oh, the northern lights of old Aberdeen seem home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are all I long to see. I've been a wanderer all of my life, and many's the sight I've seen. God's be the day when I'm on my way to my home in
In the merry month of June, when from me home I started, left the girls of Tuam so sad and broken hearted. Saluted father dear, I kissed me darling mother, drank a pint to beer, me grief and tears to smothered enough to reap the corn. Life where I was born, I could a stout black horn to ward of goes to govern a pair of brand new brogues, rattling over the bugs. I frightened all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin, 1 to 3 for 5. Hunt the hare and thunder down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, back for Lally-Rod. In Mullingar that night I rested, limbs so weary, started by the light next morning bright and clear. He took a drop of the pure to keep me heart from sinking. That's the Paddy's cure when there he's on to drink of the sea. The lass to smile, laughing all the while at me curious styles for such a heart to bubble, and asked if I was hired. Wages I required to lie was almost tired on the rocky road to Dublin, 1 to 3 for 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, back for Lally-Rod. In Dublin next arrived, I thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. Thought I'd take a stroll all among the quality bundle it was stolen in a neat locality. Something crossed me mind, quickly looked behind the bundle, caught a find upon me stick. A woman inquired and for the rogue told me that me brogue it wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road to Dublin, 1 to 3 for 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, whack for Lally-Rod. From there I got away, me spirits never failing, landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. Captain
looking at me roared, said that no room had he there. I jumped aboard a cab and found for Paddy down among the pigs, sang some funny rigs, I danced some hearty jigs, the water round me bubbling when of Holyhead. Wish myself was dead, a better far instead, on the rocky road to Dublin, 1 to 3 for 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, whack for lolly rock. The boys of Liverpool, when we'd safely landed, called myself a fool. I couldn't no longer stand it, blood began to boil, temper I was losing, power all there and oil, sure they began abusing their army soul, says I shall lay in the islet fly. Galway boys were by, they saw he was a hobbling down with a loud hooray, joining the affray we quickly cleared away, on the rocky road to Dublin, 1 to 3 for 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, whack for lolly rock. There's seldom nights that I'm going to ramble, there's seldom nights that I'm going to roam, there's seldom nights that I'm going to ramble, when I know my true love's at home. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Though the night be as dark as dungeons, there's not a star can be seen above. I will be guided without a stumble into the arms of my own true love. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. He came up to her bedroom window, feeling gently for a stone. He whispered softly through her window, is my own true love at home. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. She raised her head from her lonesome pillow, with her arms around her breast, saying, who is that at my bedroom window, disturbing me at my long night's rest? For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Says I, my love, it is time to love her, open the door and let me in, for I have covered a long night's journey, and I am nearly drenched to the skin. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. She opened the door with the greatest pleasure, she opened the door and she let us in. They both shook hands and embraced each other, until the morning they lay as one. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Says I, my love, I must go and leave you and climb the hills they are far above, but I will climb with the greatest pleasure, since I've been in the arms of my love. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Hey, we'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below, until we say bottom inside the two sumpers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go. I'm a son of a sea cook and a cook and a trader. I can dance, I can sing, I can reef the main bow. I handles a Jaeger and cuts a fine figure whenever I get in the boat standing room.
We rant and we roar like true Newfoundlanders. We rant and we roar on deck and below, until we see bottom inside the two sunkers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go.
If the voyage is good and it's fall, I will do it. I want to contend for a ring and a breeze, a couple of dollars for clean shirts and collars, and a handful of callers to make up a feast.
We rant and we roar like true Newfoundlanders. We rant and we roar on deck and below, until we see bottom inside the two sunkers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go.
Over well on the duty, you girls of St. Kieran, a paradise and fresh, big and little banan. I'm bound to Oslo to marry sweet Biddy, and if I don't do so, I'm afraid I'm Audat.
We rant and we roar like true Newfoundlanders. We rant and we roar on deck and below, until we see bottom inside the two sunkers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go.
I bought me a house from sweet Catherine Davis, a 20-pound bed from Jimmy Kennan. I'll get me a settle and a pot and a kettle, then I will be ready for Biddy McGrath.
We rant and we roar like true Newfoundlanders. We rant and we roar on deck and below, until we see bottom inside the two sunkers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go.
And here's a health to the girls of Old Fox Harbour, of Oderin and Press, Crab's Hole and Bruley. Now let she be jolly, don't be melancholy. Oh, he can't marry all or in Shoki I'd be. And again,
we rant and we roar like true Newfoundlanders. We rant and we roar on deck and below, until we see bottom inside the two sunkers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go. We rant and we roar like true Newfoundlanders. We rant and we roar on deck and below, until we see bottom inside the two sunkers, when straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go.
Tim Finnigan lived in Walking Street, a gentle Irishman mighty odd. Well, he had the brogue, both the rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried a hod. Now Tim had a bit of the tipplers away, and with the love of the liquor he was born. And to send him on his way each day, he'd a drop of the crater every morn.
Whack for the tarum, that's the partner around the floor you're trying to shake. Isn't it the truth? I told you lots of fun at Finnigan's wake.
Well, one morning Tim felt rather full. Well, his head was heavy and it made him shake. He fell off the ladder and he broke his skull, so they took him home, his corpse to wake. Now they rolled him up in a nice clean sheet and laid poor Tim upon the bed, with a bottle of whiskey at his feet and a case of Blue Star at his head.
Whack for the tarum, that's the partner around the floor you're trying to shake. Isn't it the truth? I told you lots of fun at Finnigan's wake.
Now Tim's friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnigan called for lunch. She brought in tea and whiskey, cakes and pipes, tobacco and brandy punch. Now the widow Malone began to cry. Oh, such a lovely corpse did you ever see? Oh, Tim, me darling, why did you die?
hold your cups as money, McGee.
Hey!
Whack for the tarum, that's the partner around the floor you're trying to shake. Isn't it the truth? I told you lots of fun at Finnigan's wake.
Now Mickey Kennedy took up the job. Says he, now Biddy, you're wrong, I'm sure. And Biddy gave him a belt in the mouth and left him sprawling on the floor. Civil war did then engage. It was woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and a ruction soon began.
Whack for the Adam, that's the partner around the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I told you lots upon a Finnigan's way.
And now Mick Malone ducked his head. When a bottle of whiskey flew at him, he ducked and it landed on the bed. And the whiskey scattered over Tim. Be God he divides, and see how he rises. Tim Finnigan rising in the bed, saying you're throwing your whiskey around like baseball. Holy Moses, do you think I'm dead?
Whack for the Adam, that's the partner around the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I told you lots upon a Finnigan's way. Whack for the Adam, that's the partner around the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I told you lots upon a Finnigan's way.
The judge said, stand up, lad, and dry up your tears. You're sentenced to Dartmoor for 21 years. So dry up your tears, love, and kiss me goodbye. The best friends must part, love, so must you and I. I hear the train coming, 'twill be here at night, to take me to Dartmoor to serve up my time. I look down the railway and plainly I see you standing there waving your goodbye to me. 6 months have gone by, love, I wish I were dead. This dark dreary dungeon and stone for my bed. It's hailing, it's raining, the moon gives no light. Now won't you tell me, love, why you never write? I've counted the days, love, I've counted the nights, I've counted the footsteps, I've counted the light, I've counted the raindrops, I've counted the stars, I've counted a million of these prison bars. I've waited, I've trusted, I've longed for the day. A lifetime so lonely, now my hair's turning grey. My thoughts are for you, love, till I'm out of my mind. For 21 years is a mighty long time. For 21 years is a mighty long time. in Dublin city, where I did well, lived a butcher boy I loved right well. He courted me, my life away, but now with me he will not stay. I wish my baby it was born and smiling on its daddy's knee, and me poor girl to be dead and gone with the long green grass growing over me. She went upstairs to go to bed, and calling out, our mother said, give me a chair till I sit down, and a pen and ink till I write down. At every word she shed a tear, and every line cried Willie dear. Oh, what a foolish girl was I to fall in love with the butcher boy. He went upstairs, and the door he broke. He found her hanging from a rope. He took his knife and cut her down, and in her pocket these words he found. Oh, dig my grave, large, wide and deep, place a marble stone at my head and feet, and in the middle a purple dove, so the world may know I died for love.
Our troop was made ready at the dawning of the day. From lonely Enniskillen they were marching us away. They put us on aboard a ship to cross the raging main, or to to fight a bloody battle in the sunny land of Spain. Very well, Enniskillen, very well for a while, and all around the borders of Green Isle. And when the war is over, we'll return in full bloom, and you'll all welcome home the Enniskillen Dragoon. Oh, now Spain is a gallant land where the wine and ale flow free, and there's lots of lovely women there to dangle on your knee. And often in a tavern there we'd make the rafters ring, when every soldier in the house would lift his glass and sing. Very well, Enniskillen, very well for a while, and all around the borders all there in Green Isle. And when the war is over, we'll return in full bloom, and you'll all welcome home the Enniskillen Dragoons. Well, we fought for Ireland's glory there, and many a man did fall, from musket and from bayonet and from butter and cannonball. And many a foeman we laid low amid the battle throng. As we prepared for action, you would often hear the song. Very well, Enniskillen, very well for a while, and all around the borders all there in Green Isle. And when the war is over, we'll return in full bloom, and we'll all welcome home our Enniskillen Dragoons. Well, now the fighting's over, and for home we have set sail. A flag above this lofty ship is fluttering in the gale. They've given us a pension, boys, of fourpence every day, and when we reach Enniskillen, nevermore we'll have to say. Very well, Enniskillen, very well for a while, and all around the borders all there in Green Isle. And when the war is over, we'll return in full bloom, and we'll all welcome home our Enniskillen Dragoons. Very well,